A Dao came into being in the 11th century under the Li dynasty and was named Ka Chư in the 15th century under the Lei dynasty. Ka Chư has spread over 14 North and Central North provinces and Ho Chi Minh City over more than 900 years of development. Ka Chư is a highly professional art. Singers and instrumentalists often lived according to family line, with different family lines living in particular villages or hamlets. Several family lines often came together to form music guilds known as Giao Phường. Each Giao Phường was headed by a leader, which was referred to as a chum, to manage all activities of the music guild. Each year, music guilds performed Hát Thor Thang, singing for worshipping deities, and Hát Thi, competitive singing in the village communal house. Hát Choi, singing for entertainment in private houses, and Hát Chuk Ho singing in the royal palaces. Three musicians perform a Ka Chư: a singer who both sings and plays the clappers, phak, an instrumentalist who plays the dan day, three-stringed lute, and a praise drummer known as a Quan Vien Kam Chou. Regulations on singing voice. The voice of the Ka Chư singer must be high, ornamented and clear. When singing, her mouth should not be opened so widely. After she completes the word, she should close her mouth and keep the breath to implement a form of ornamentation known as doi hot. The ancients called it Zong Kon Kian, which literally means the voice of the ant. Regulations on set of phak, clappers. A set of phak consists of a piece of bamboo or wood about 7 centimeters wide and 20 centimeters long, which is struck with 2 beaters about 30 centimeters in length. The rhythms played on the clappers are made up of complicated phrases. These phrases are flexible and do not follow a regular meter or strict pulse. Regulations on the lute. The dan day, 3-stringed lute, is between 1.57 meters to 1.62 meters long. The resonator of the lute has a trapezoidal shape. Between 9 and 11 frets are attached from the middle of the neck to the resonator. When tuning the strings, the player does not pluck the open strings. Rather, he tunes the instrument while pressing the frets to achieve the interval of a fourth between each string. The experienced instrumentalist must be very skillful at playing ornaments, which are created by pressing down between the frets of the instrument. The main ornaments are nyan, press, zoom, vibrato, chun, chup, and plucking techniques such as hat, ve, trill, and lia. All of these playing techniques are performed in the 5 musical modes used in Ka Chư: nam, bak, huing, fa, and now. Regulations on drum. The chong chou, praise drum, used in Ka Chư is performed by the praise drummer, who is referred to as Quan Vien Kam Chou. The praise drum surface is covered with leather, about 16 to 17 centimeters in diameter and 17 to 19 centimeters in height. The drumstick is also called praise rod. The praise drum can be played to show appreciation for a good poem or musical performance. It also performs codified patterns which mark the end of the phrase. The drummer can also admonish the performance when they perform badly or reward them when they perform well by playing certain drum patterns. In order to judge a poem, the Quan Vien can play one of the 2 phrases or kho, known as Ching Zian and Lak Nyan. In order to mark the punctuation, change phrase, the Quan Vien can perform one of the 3 kho, such as Xuyên Tâm, Quan Châu, and Thương Mã. In order to penalize the singer and instrumentalist, the drummer uses the stick to beat gently and quickly on the drum frame many times. Music in Ka Chư is a sophisticated combination between poetry and music. This combination is based on phrases called kho of lute, kho of clappers, kho of drum and canton. A kho is equivalent to a musical sentence or musical phrase, which is strictly performed in its basic form, but is also subject to variation and improvisation. Professor Dr. Yves de France, chairman of the French Ethnology Association, wrote, "If we compare separately each musical element in quartier with some other traditional music genres in the world, we will see that these elements are not so special. Nevertheless, when all of these elements in quartier are combined in performance, they make quartier so unique and it becomes an outstanding musical phenomenon in the world." Professor Chen Van Khe said, "The quartier ensemble is small, but it is very effective in performance. Quartier originated in Vietnam without any influence from outside."
Có cái nguồn gốc ở bên Việt Nam chứ không phải du nhập từ các nước ngoài.
Around the middle of the 20th century, this outstanding musical phenomenon was seriously in regression because the country suffered from 2 wars protecting the country. The places for quartier performances were not in operation anymore, and quartier music guilds disintegrated. The wars ended. The country entered into a new period. The law on cultural heritage was passed, and Decree 92 of the state was promulgated. Traditional cultural heritage in general, and quartier in particular, were protected by legal framework. Folk artist Nguyen Phu Day said, "Since 2005, I have taught 30 students, including singers and instrumentalists. They lived in Taiping, Haiphong, and Hanoi." Folk artist Nguyen Thị Trúc said, "My class has 4 students, including a paternal grandchild, a maternal grandchild, and a great-grandchild. 2 of them are in 6th or 7th grade. One is in the 9th grade, and the other works as a trader." Together with them are the elderly artists Phan Thị Mơn, Trân Thị Gia, Nguyen Thị Vươn, Nguyen Thị Khiếu, and many others who are trying to transmit their knowledge and experience to the younger generation. However, there is a high threat that this art will vanish as it has not been performed in the community for more than 60 years. After 60 years of neglect, it has become unusual and even strange to people today. In addition, many of the folk artists who know quartier are more than 80 years old and may pass away at any time. To urgently protect quartier and revitalize it in contemporary society, it is necessary to develop an accurate, realistic and effective national action plan.
No.